Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here on a glorious Tuesday. It is good to be back at work again, being useful, being worthwhile, earning my keep, as it were. It's good to be back. Good to be back. I had a very fun VLogcation. And if you missed any of those posts, feel free to go back over the past couple of weeks and catch my VLogcation posts. I didn't, it wasn't like a perfect vacation. It wasn't without its troubles. But it was fun. I got a lot done. Only a fraction of what I intended to do and had planned to do, but still plenty. Still plenty. The first week, and like I say, I talked about this a little bit in the VLogcation posts, but the first week, at the end of it, I had my main video recorder, which is my current cell phone, had my cell phone kind of crash in the video department to where now when I open up the camera, it just crashes the whole phone. And that suggests to me that there's a corrupt file in there, and every time it opens, it tries to access it and crashes and repeat ad nauseum. Lots of nauseum. So I am now relying on a backup, a phone that isn't currently in service but still has functional camera. Functional being a word that isn't necessarily universal in meaning. It does function as a camera, but I have some serious issues with how it functions, some of the ways that it functions. Needless to say, I have not mastered how to use it yet. And I'm sure everything I hate is a setting I could change. We just fear change. Oh, goodness gracious. No, it was a good day back. Like I said, VLogcation first week had a little bit of trouble, but second week spent a lot of time working with the new camera and got some good video out of it. Lost some video, failed on taking some videos, but did end up with some quality video, including some quality tiny paintings. Did a tiny painting on Sunday where I painted my tag, just the painting signature I use, which is supposed to be a fancy capital letter B, but ends up looking like a 2 and a 3 if the 3 were about to devour the 2. Maybe that provides a nice mental image for you. Maybe not. But I did the tiny painting, a great little painting. I had a lot of fun doing it. Posted it and didn't really explain what the tag was really supposed to be. It looks like a giant B to me, but everybody else kind of thought it was a giant 23, which it is. And I had to edit the description. And when editing the description wasn't quite enough, I did also resort to communicating to people, live streams and other stuff, as to what the intent was. Very interesting. My brain is so busy, and I'm such an artful person that sometimes I go to say something and it's not very clear to the listener what I really mean, or the viewer, or what have you. That is a common problem in my life that I just have to accept as a problem, a part of my personality. I'm just one that tends to have a bit of a complex explanation for things. More complex than is perhaps useful. Second week was really good. Started doing the different stuff. Did some letters. I don't know if I did any good letters the second week. I did a good vlog. Excited to get my outdoor vlog going because it was nice enough. And then that same day, that Wednesday, I did my vlog. Like I say, out here it got up to about 60 degrees, upper 50s. Maybe it didn't quite touch 60, but very close. I had gone about a half hour away to see Abilene, Kansas, the birthplace of U.S. former President, Dwight D. Eisenhower. A very, very interesting place. Thursday, I posted a walk around just on the campus, a good little chat, a good little deal there. But while I was there, I had a specific video in mind. I took a lot of great footage, had a soundtrack that I wanted to match it to. And I don't think it's going to hurt anything to give away some of what my plan was, but there's a specific Eisenhower speech, the farewell address, which is my favorite, where he specifically mentions the military-industrial complex and how citizens need to be aware of it and not let them take over control of the country. And in this speech, he's talking about the dangers of, a technocracy. He doesn't specifically say technocracy, but the way he describes it, he's describing a technocracy, which is kind of where we're at right now. But the biggest feature in the museum, they even tell you it's what you're going to spend most of your time in, is the World War II section, specifically the arms and armor. And that really contrasted what I understood as Eisenhower's peace mission. And so I wanted to do a video that, talked about military-industrial complex and showed, the arms and armor basically as he's dropping it, and put together a great little 15, 16-minute video, fit to the clips. It's a public domain speech, so it wasn't too hard to obtain. Really a good little video in the end. It came out exactly as I intended. A great little scene in the chapel, kind of showing where he was laid to rest, his wife, all that stuff, the final resting area. And Friday, I uploaded that video with a lot of care because I knew it was different than a lot of other things I posted. It was a lot different than any other video online of that speech, and a lot different than any other video online of the Eisenhower Museum. I thought, wow, here's a bunch of treble uniqueness. But as soon as I post it, up pops copyright claim for the public domain speech that I used. And I don't want to go into too many details because I'm not trying to bash anybody. If it were my publishing company, I would certainly go after anybody using my material. And the way to do that in the 21st century is using bots to listen to things posted and say, wow, that waveform matches what's on the waveform of this art piece. And that's what happened in my case. The public domain speech, which I used and was also used in this music song, triggered the bot. The bot said, nope, you can't do this without, one, never being able to monetize it, and two, running an ad for us at the front of it. And this does not sit well with me. So I'm in a position right now, of course I disputed it, and there's a good chance that they will hear the dispute and say, oh, you're right, just because we use the same public domain work doesn't necessarily give us the exclusive rights to that public domain work. But if any of you have had copyright issues with YouTube, you also know they are very hands-off, and I had to petition the claimant to please not claim it, and it's up to them and the good graces of their situation as to whether they actually want to honor my request. So we'll see. I'm in no rush. It's a good quality video, and I'm hoping that I get to put it out in the form that it is currently in. And if I do not, I have an alternative or two how I can recut it or use some different audio. And there is the option to just not post it, to just save it. It's more valuable to me not posted than it is posted. So that's where I'm at. That took the wind out of my sail the second week, after the first week taking a little bit of wind out of my sail. And I really had to force it to get back into a full momentum, and the trip, the recording, all of the video making. On Wednesday, I mean, that doesn't mention that on Thursday we had a huge blizzard and all kinds of other crazy stuff going on. But then Friday, really getting that punch in the gut. Such is life. C'est la vie, as some may say. Anyway, be that as it may, it is life and YouTube and the wackadoodle place that is the internet, and I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it keep the wind out of my sails. Boy, I'm going to get right in here, do a car talk with Catfish, talking about it a little bit, but I don't want to beat a dead horse. It is what it is, and if the claim comes through, hey, awesome, I like it. If the claim doesn't come through, not a big fan, but there's nothing else I can do. Certainly not going to help to cry about it, so I will accept whatever. Important to note that if you go back and look at any video of the Eisenhower farewell address on YouTube, there is notation giving credits to this same group who flagged my video, suggesting that anybody who has posted this video or this public domain speech has had to either acquiesce to the request and not post it, or they have challenged and failed at getting that claim removed. So, I don't know. I'm just cool rocking out however it goes. And, I apologize that you guys aren't able to watch the video. It's a great piece, a great little thing. And to me, it was very inspiring, very eye-opening, very poignant for this time in our country, specifically these next few weeks. And it's sad that I'm not going to be able to put it out right now. I don't know that the window is necessarily going to close on it Overton-wise, but I feel like right now the anvil is hottest and I would like to strike. But if I have to strike on a tepid anvil, at least it's still a strike. At least it's something that... It's not a strike, no. Anyway, leaving that where it is, I'm going to wrap it up right here because I'm sitting in my driveway. My neighbors are probably all looking at me. What is that crazy catfish doing over there? And why hasn't he mowed his grass? Not really. There's snow on the ground. It's pretty thick. I couldn't mow the grass right now if I wanted to. But I am that neighbor. Just be glad I don't live near you. Good times. Everybody, I'm so glad that we got to join each other again for another car talk with Catfish. And until we do it again, I will see you later. I tell you what, though, keep an eye out for me tomorrow, Vlog Day, where I have a very special song I would like to share with you, and all of those wonderful things. Until then, or the next time, heck, maybe I do live tonight. Maybe I do a... You never know. You just never know. So, until then, you all be very well, and I don't know. Hope life is well to you until I see you. Cheers.